explain peptides, GHK, all the fun stuff in the biohacking world. So today I'm here with Dr. Stacy, and if you don't know us, we're both PhDs in functional medicine and integrative medicine. And over the last 5 years, we have been working together in the field of regeneration and phototherapy and really healing the body from inside out with minimal outside sources. Like I have this thing that I believe less is more. So if we can help the body come back into homeostasis with less things, that is how we can be successful and really restore our body back to wellness. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about GHK-Cu, which is a peptide that right now everybody's all crazy about it. And today I would love Dr. Stacy to give a little bit of an intro. And we are actually going to have some of our people who have been using this peptide over the last few years come and share their experience for a minute or so on what they were feeling before using this technology and how they feel today. So with that being said, Dr. Stacy, it's your turn.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Mel. So I want to share with you how this non-transdermal patch works to elevate GHK. So I have my patches here and I want to show you this. This patch looks like a little round Band-Aid. Now, we've been talking about peptides, and most people are used to peptides that you inject. You would get a vial, a syringe, mix it up, and then inject your body. This patch is non-transdermal. So when I put this patch on, nothing is entering my body. No peptide, no medicine, no chemical, no nutrient. This is a wearable light technology. So what that means is it's non-invasive. It has no side effects or contraindications or adverse reactions that could happen because nothing's going into my body. I'm sure you're familiar with light therapy. Many people are. Well, this is a form of light therapy that doesn't need a device like a laser or infrared sauna or any types of pads or wands or that kind of stuff. This actually is activated by our body's own heat. So I get up in the morning, I put this patch on, I don't see or feel anything happening, but immediately a wavelength of light is reflected into my body from this patch, and that elevates the peptide GHK-Cu copper peptide. Now that peptide is known as the fountain of youth. And some of the ladies that are here with me today are going to share their quick testimonial with this. But GHK is so powerful in what it does. Go to PubMed, type in GHK-Cu, and you'll find 13 pages of research, of benefits of elevating GHK. But again, we don't have to inject it. We can literally put the patch on and it instantly elevates GHK in our blood. We have a patent that states that we elevate GHK and we activate stem cells. We know stem cells are the holy grail of healing. So you literally have a 2-in-1 here, elevating this peptide that is known to reduce pain, inflammation, speed up wound healing, improve cardiovascular, neurological benefits. And then here we're waking up our dormant stem cells and resetting them with this technology as well. We know that our stem cells can do anything. They can repair anything in the body over time. So you wear this patch 12 hours, you take it off and you throw it away, or you put it on your pet if you have a pet you love. And then you get up the next morning and you put on a brand new patch. And you're going to do that day after day, week after week, month after month, consistently. You and I, Dr. Mel, have been patching now, almost 5 years. Yes. Why? Well, because we're just hanging out in our 20s, chilling. You're literally in your 20s. But we're just hanging out, living our best lives, doing everything we can. It's a tool in our toolbox. It's non-invasive to keep our bodies in homeostasis. Yes. So I have a couple people here with me that want to share their personal experience. So Barbara, you want to come on over?
I sure will.
Awesome. Barbara,
Barbara,
tell us from using the patch that elevates GHK, what did you notice?
Well, it was very interesting. I actually had a stroke and I really got all my patches for my pup. And because I had it the day of my stroke, I was instructed on how to wear them. And when I went to the ER, I gave them my piece of paper that said about the information on it, and they allowed me to wear the patch. And when it came time for the healing, it was remarkable. Wow. I had a speech impediment, the slurring and everything. And she patched me in an hour and a half. I no longer had the slurred speech. And I woke them all up to have them listen to me.
That's fantastic. So what started for your pup turned into something serious for yourself.
Yes,
That
yeah.
helped you through your healing.
Yes, and it has
Wonderful.
been amazing, and I love sharing it because I was amazed on what happened.
Well, congratulations, Barbara.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you.
Thank you. All right, Melinda, come on over here.
Good job.
Tell us about your experience with the patch that elevates GHK.
Okay, so I had a traumatic experience with a dentist, unfortunately. And after that experience, I couldn't even open my mouth. I was only able to open a fraction. I couldn't, bite a sandwich or a hamburger. It was very painful and I couldn't chew on the side of the dental work. But within 10, 15 minutes, I was able to open my mouth. The pain was gone. I was able to chew. And so from there on, I was a sold out believer. I've been using the patches ever since for things like back pain, of course, the dental, because I can still chew and whatnot without pain. So it's pain free. And just everything, that if I'm like, oh, my leg hurts or my foot is swollen, I slap the patches on, and that's my testimony.
I love it. Thank you,
Wow,
Belinda.
thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So amazing. It's crazy how fast it works, right?
Yeah, amazing.
All right, Amy, come on over here, girl. Tell us how you are experiencing our patch that elevates GHK.
Yeah, so I work with Anne, so she got me started on the patches, and I suffer from migraines. And I've actually, over the last year, I've gotten quite a bit more just due to stress and everything. And she's like, you need to use these. So I put them on with the X39 with the Eon, so it helps with the inflammation. And I barely have to use my migraine medicine.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, it's amazing. And even when we have kind of weather like today, you get that low pressure and stuff, I'll get headaches, and I don't get as many. So
Wow.
I totally believe in them. And among other things, it helps so much.
Congratulations.
So
Thank
That's
you.
exciting. No one wants to suffer with pain, right?
Nope.
A lot of that today. Come on over, Becky, our host here. We're at our beautiful house.
So I wanted to share this beautiful backdrop right here. It came with consequences or something like that. So Anne was over here and the piece of plywood fell down my leg and I got a gash on my leg, and it also ended up rubbing the wood on my arm. The arm didn't have any cuts or anything, but the arm actually hurt worse than the leg, because I guess they say it's like a thinner tissue or something like that. But I actually put the X39 on my arm, and the pain there, we'll say pain, right?
Yeah.
So the pain actually went away immediately, and then I put it on my leg. And at this point, you barely any scar there. It was awesome. It went away. So can I tell a couple other ones?
Yeah.
So after experiencing X39, it was like, I guess it was like my way to have my own story. So I also got bit by a dog. Our next door neighbor's dog was out in the backyard, and Anne was here, and it bit me in the back of the leg. And so luckily it did draw a little bit of blood, but it wasn't, so that actually hurt as well. So we put the X39 on, and I actually took pictures so you could see like the progression. But it was weird because when a dog first bit me, you couldn't see the teeth marks, but like the next day you could see where all the teeth marks were. So he would have taken a gash out of my leg. What was the other one? Oh, I get they call it sun poisoning on my face. We had been out in the sun and it was really bad. I have pictures for all of it. And it was actually patching, and it went away faster. And then also the nerves. So the patches helped the pain from the nerves. And then I don't have any scarring. What got me on the patches was Anne had kept trying to talk to me about the patches, but I had actually been having major back pain for about a month. And I had to go to the ER, and they gave me a muscle relaxer and like a Motrin, and it didn't do anything. Anne's like, just let me come patch you. That's how she is. Let me come patch you.
Wow.
And she patched me, and I'm not kidding you. The pain went away immediately. And that's when I was like, I can't not do this.
Wow.
I can't not be on the product after all that.
Wow.
Wow.
And
Thank
Congratulations. That is so exciting. She just prepared us this gorgeous, beautiful, incredible
Wow.
lunch that we just had here,
you.
overlooking the water here in Fort Walton Beach. So our host, Becky, and our other host, Anne.
Hi. Nice to see you.
So mine's a longer story, so I'm going to keep mine short. I'm going to cut it down to like a minute. used to have breast implants. I'm a former plastic surgeon, scrub tech, and I'm a dental hygienist who also is a permanent makeup artist. So I need my hands for everything that I do. And I got very ill. Turns out it was my breast implants that were making me ill, and I had the cancer, immune system cancer caused by it. So long story short is over a 2.5-year period of getting sicker and having organs removed as they misdiagnosed me, I was left with implants coming out. I beat cancer naturally. And then I met Lillian Walker, who gave me the patches. And I started to use them, and I didn't notice something instantly. I was a little bit longer because I was so sick. My liver was trying to detox all these things. They wanted to do a liver transplant, and my kidneys, I kept going in and out of the hospital with kidney infections. It would bypass my bladder, go right to my kidney. And the doctors were like, she smiles when she walks in, but her blood pressure is sky high. So they would always have to do IV morphine drips on me. And I didn't like having that kind of stuff, but if they're going to do it, I'd rather have IV than a pill, because I just knew pills did nothing other than harm my liver even more. So long story short is I got on the patches, and I've been on them for 2.5 years exactly right now. And I have not had a kidney infection in 2.5 years.
Wow.
My liver enzymes went to normal after 6 months. My hands and feet woke up after 4.5 months of wearing them. And they had ablated my thyroid and taken out my ovaries, and so ruined everything. Well, SP6 with the X39 for me has been a game changer. I don't have to take any hormone supplements.
Wow.
And you have your liver.
For you.
And I have my liver.
Wow. So exciting. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing your stories.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Wow.
Mind blown.
Incredible. And then we got to hear some short with some pain right away, you know, relief and stuff. And then we got to hear a little bit longer. So it's different for everybody. But this technology works no matter what. The key is you got to get up in the morning. You got to put it on, stay hydrated, take it off 12 hours later, and be consistent with it. And know that your body is repairing and regenerating along the way. I love it.
Yeah, me too. So for every decade we're old, we would want to wear it for at least a month. And if you have conditions, just add a couple months more. Now, can you just share, like, before we end this, about the regeneration effect, about the biological age, the cardiovascular, how younger they become?
Yeah, so when we look at our clinical studies, we actually can see changes as early as 6 weeks with the cardiovascular system. Our vascular system is going to start functioning about 8 weeks younger at that time period. So you think about it, I've been patching for 6 weeks and now my heart is functioning 8 weeks younger. What does that? Like what do you have that does that in a clinical study setting on people that we can see that vascular system functioning younger? So that's really remarkable when you think about a timeline of that compound effect. What if I kept patching? I'll give you a prime example. Dr. John Harmon had PVCs his entire life, had a right branch bundle blockage. Okay, that's an electrical, right? Not like they could go in, put a stent. You're just going to die sooner than later. So his compound effect about 18 months later, that somehow disappeared off of the MRI.
Wow.
No one can figure out how, but the compound effect repaired and reversed functionality. Same thing there, Dr. Sanders, a pharmacologist, had a heart attack. Heart not functioning at age in his like 40s. He was functioning in his 70s. Finally, he finds out about the patches when he's in his 60s. Heart is still not functioning, any younger. He'd done all the things holistic, all the things medical. But then what happened when he started patching was his heart went back to functioning back in his late 30s, early 40s again after about a year's time. So that's the compound effect of age reversal. That's just specifically on the heart, but we can see that in our whole body. When we look at biomarkers, for example, looking at blood work, not your like CBC or CMP from the doctor, but actually looking at some serious markers in the body that determine longevity. Your doctor can tell you how old your heart is. They can tell you, oh, this is when you're going to hit menopause because this is what we can see in your endocrine system. They can see in the functionality of your kidneys and liver how long you're going to live. They know that, right? Your insurance companies know that. They write policies or don't based on it. So when we look at what happens for the people like myself and Anne that continue to patch year after year, year after year, we find that our bodies actually reverse functionality. Our years really do go backwards biologically. Looking at the functionality of our cells, of our organs, of our systems in our body. So it's really a miraculous technology that is so simple. Like I said at the beginning, non-invasive, doesn't put anything in the body, no side effects, no contraindications. You just got to stay consistent with it. And you know that your timeline is going to be different than somebody else's timeline. But if you stay consistent, you will be able to reverse functionality as well.
Wow. Thank you so much for your time today. And yes, if anybody has any questions, drop it down below or contact us and we're happy to create a customized protocol for you.